Hello everybody, and welcome to another Jarrison Time informational video. In the following video, we'll be having a look at changing user permissions. User permissions are used to control the user's rights when using Jarrison Time. Once we've logged into the software, we'll head over to the menu bar and click on User, then Profiles. The user profile window will appear. Next, we'll select which one of the users we want to work with and click on the Permissions tab. Once here, we can then set the permissions that we would like to. First one is user group. User group will determine what the user can see and do within Jarrison Time. For example, let's change this user to OT authorization only. After that, we have the view filter. The view filter will determine which employees the user can see within Jarrison Time. So let's set this, for example, to factory. Then we have the edit filter. This will determine whose information the user may edit. Users can only edit the employees that are also included in their view filter. So, for example, here we're changing this to factory as well. Then, assigning a view and edit filter is most commonly used for supervisors or managers who should only see or modify their own team members and no one else, and not having the permission to change their own data or any of the fellow supervisors or managers. Then let's have a look at filter group. Filter group restricts the user to working with the selected group of filters, as opposed to any filter on the system. In today's example, we're going to put this onto admin and move on. Then we have report group. Report group assigns a user to a group of reports, making sure they can only work with the selected reports in the group. In today's example, let's change that to management and move on to the next one, adjustment group. Adjustment group assigns a user a selected group of adjustments to allow the user to only apply the given adjustments. In today's example, let's put this on annual only. Then let's have a look at authorization group. This allows a user to authorize only the given categories within the group setup. Today's example, let's change this to 1.5 only. The next two permissions of job group and action group only apply should you have the job costing module. Job group assigns a user to be able to work with certain jobs per the setup of the group. In today's example, we're going to leave it as not used. After that, we have action group, which assigns a user to only work with the given actions. And again, for today's example, we're going to leave that as not used. Now let's have a look at area group. This permission is only used should you have the JT clock module. This permission allows only the areas within the group to be available for the user to work with. In today's example, what we're going to do is then change it to all and move on to the next one. That is device region. If this permission is applied, it will limit the devices that the user can view on the device action monitor. In today's example, we're going to leave it on all regions. Then for the last permission, we have the startup filter. If applied, this will load a specified filter as the user logs into Jarrison Time. This does not limit the user to only the loaded filter. It's meant to be what would be convenient for them to find after logging in. They may unload if they wish and load other filters as needed. After we have made any selections or changes to the user's permissions, they will only take effect the next time the user logs into Jarrison Time. All of the mentioned permissions have their own videos on how to create them. Please see the Creating Permissions playlist. Once we are done in this window and we are happy with the permission set, we can then click the Save button, close the window, and inform the user that they are now able to log in with their new permissions. We can then go on working with Jarrison Time. That will be all for the video. Thank you for watching and goodbye.